Well, hi everyone. Today I want to think about color. Artists love to think about color and how to use color. Scientists actually think about color in a scientific way, the way the sun throws the white light out and how it divides in the wavelengths. The longer lengths turn into red, and we think of it as a rainbow. So when we see the rainbow, we always think of it as how water and light mix and we get to see all the beautiful colors. Well, we'll look at it that way. And when you get a little older, maybe the scientists, you'll be interested in understanding how the scientists look at it too. But for our purposes, let's look at as ROYGBIV. And ROYGBIV are the colors that we see. R is red, orange, yellow, green, blue. Indigo is another kind of blue. It's deeper. This is more sky blue, and this one's a little deeper like the ink. And violet. So let's say ROYGBIV together. ROYGBIV. What I'd like you to do is write it down on a piece of paper and walk around the house and look for some items that are in those colors. I actually have done it and I gathered my items. You can just take your little paper with you and write your items as you go. Here are some examples of things I found. So for my red, I found a teapot. So I'm going to write next to Roy, the red, I'm going to write teapot, teapot, and continue around the house looking for things. I found an orange notebook because that's what I have for my records. So I would write notebook. Yellow, I found a candy jar. So I write candy container. My twin sister, she's an artist and she actually made this one. So isn't that pretty? She even put a rainbow on hers. And so we're on yellow. Next is green. I've been reading a book called Jane Goodall's Seeds of Hope. She loves animals, and this book has to do with plants. Turns out there's a lot of green on the cover. Artists often think about the color choices they make when they make a cover. You might have a lot of books to look at to see about the color choices that were made for those covers. So after green would have been a book. I would have written book. Blue and indigo. Let me show you what I did. You can do just blue. You don't have to do blue and indigo. I happen to have a blue candle that's kind of sky blue. And I also had a picture that had a darker blue. So I considered the different color blues. I would call this one blue and this one more indigo. But you only find one blue if you can. And while I was at it, on this wonderful picture, there was green. I would have said green from my picture. On my list, I would have written a green tree. So, no, I already did green. I would have written a purple star because I already did green on my list and I need purple. So I could have said purple star. So let me just see. Once you're finished doing your list, and the last thing would have been violet star. Once you're finished doing your list, then the second part of the assignment was to draw a picture and use all the colors of the rainbow. Well, if you don't have crayons or markers, this is what I did. I drew a doggy, and then I wrote ROYGBIV next to it, and I mapped out the color choices. So the doggy's ears were red, and the spots in the tail were red. I decided the doggy's head was orange, and so on. And I went all the way down until I continued to, I even made the doggy a little ball to play with. It had green and purple stripes. So, there you have it. When you do your picture, if you do have colors, also do ROYGBIV so you remember. I did a garden and made a garden with all the rainbow colors. I did a second one. I made a VW Bug, one of my favorite cars, and I put all the colors of the rainbow on the picture. There we go. So, there's your activity for the day. It's a rainbow project.